Let's see if they can. Obviously, game number 2 is far under the way here as well. Obviously, we see then bot side of the map, Golden Kite taking that 2v1 potential down there as well. Obviously, using those wolves just to kind of tear away Lung into the early game. You can imagine that the damage is there as well, but Blacklist looking to help themselves to the enemy's camps, not contested as well. So they're actually been a little bit more successful with their access into the enemy team and with the intel, knowing that Beija is down into the blue side. They're able to take 2 camps away.
I mean, this is to be expected on the side of Blacklist, right? The Evernight Aspirations picked by Dragon, very fast wave clear in level 1, so that rotation was definitely expected. And the Taskball take, look, Senko as a Nuwa Celestial, you don't win the early game wave clear at all, especially when Lu is not helping you in lane as well. So Kagendra, this is nothing new to them. It's now at this point, how do they recover in terms of farm against Blacklist International?
Very true. I mean, you don't want to kind of overstep this 2v1 and top side of the map here as well, but you do see the Blacklist actually rotating up to try and make a priority for the Space Sprite right now. Just tease level 4, you can use the Gorge Mobilization, the Annihilation just not Annihilation Merge just comes through, but Beija is able to get out thanks to those creation blocks there. Very nice play by Kagendra, but the pressure has been still placed in top side of the map as they secure the Space Sprite.
And that's what we mean by, you know, team play. Senko coming in to save. If he had allowed Facer to get shut down there, this would have been a horrible game. The Wild Rider for Jashi is one of the fastest jungle clear heroes in the game. And Facer as the Yangjin does not have that kind of speed. So the fact that he got his life saved by Senko, that was a huge moment for Kagendra because they're still keeping pace.
Yeah, that would have been a huge effect to his GPM onto the side of Kagendra. We've already seen from the last game, obviously, Just Chi was able to out GPM him, but obviously it's down to the hero selection. You are paying, you're meant to be farming up that quickly. Same with Yagudo as well, right? Obviously, as you say, it's one of the fastest farmed farm lane here, the jungle heroes on Honor of Kings. So you're going to look to try and basically capitalize on that. But speaking of capitalizing, he's getting that last hit on that Firebeak there for the side of Blacklist. So even though they tried to invade the jungle, they weren't able to get the prize.
It's things like this, right? When you take a look at pro play, you're always wondering, okay, how do they actually get the last hit? There's like 4 different members down there making pressure, but still they get the last hit, even though it's not into the hands of Golden Kite. But like Dragon being able to take it away with a basic attack or 1 skill usage, that's really impressive, right? The difference in levels between pros, amateurs, and hopefuls.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's always going to be levels between the skill, right? Obviously, knowing when to just drop that first skill, knowing when to just land that basic attack to claim that last hit is just kind of like makes you the difference between a good player and a great player, right? Top side of the map here, Chami just trying to put pressure onto Soleil. Looking for that teleportation down to the mid lane here because we know it's only around about 30 seconds time when that Tyrant comes up, and Lord only knows that's going to be good into the favor of Blacklist unless Kagendra can steal this one away.
Yeah, I mean, the power spike for Blacklist is definitely in this first, I would figure first 13, 14 minutes of the game. The moment it hits towards the later parts of the game where Senko is fully farmed, Zan is fully farmed, Facer is fully farmed, Saule is fully farmed, the late game is definitely much more in favor of Kagendra. It's not a guarantee, but it's going to be a lot more difficult for Blacklist International. So they need to take as many turrets as they can. Any of these neutral objectives will definitely help their cause.
Looks like the Doomsday being built here by Just Chi. He's going to go for looking to take down the health percentage damage here for the side of Kagendra. A little bit of tip attack going on around the Tyrant, but it looks like it's going to be secured here by Blacklist International. Got Chami in the wing here, just trying to keep away Soleil into that team fight. And now Just Chi recuperates into the mid lane just to give over a little bit of aid to his Clash lane.
Yeah, but the perfect disengage, right, from inside the Blacklist. Most teams don't really make this kind of smart move, which is they get caught out after they take the objective. But Blacklist was really clear about the direction and the angle in which they wanted to exit the fight. Kagendra had no way to really get the catch, right? Chami won. As mobile as he is on a Charlotte, this was a beautiful move to try and bait out Saule as well.
I mean, we talk about late game, obviously going over to the favor of Kagendra, potentially, as you said there, Kim. I mean, we're looking over to Blacklist as well. They do have the Rose Spencer that is a late game hero, as well as Golden Kite. So it's not like Blacklist don't have a late game orientation as well, right?
No, definitely not. But it's, of course, a much stronger chance for Kagendra, right? Because they have many more players that can do a little bit more late game damage, which is why it's so important this early part of the game for Blacklist You definitely need to get the T2s. If you don't get the T2s here before the 15-minute mark, it's going to come back, and you have to pay some taxes for that.
And they come back and bite you in the behind, right? That's what potentially could happen to Blacklist if they aren't able to kind of monopolize on those T2s much earlier in the game than expected. But that Annihilation just there, just kind of won't hit the minions, I guess. Maybe just desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, I think that's a misclick right there. His thumb probably slipped because that was not an angle for any of the minions.
I mean, is that your excuse? The thumb slips?
Yeah, my thumb slips all the time, so.
On execute? Is it when you're selecting your common skill? Is that when your thumb slips?
Yeah. I really want to get the heals, I want to get flash, but somehow, it lands on execute.
Oh no.
So.
Yeah. It's like that meme where people are like, oh, they're falling and they're meant to be picking something up, but then it goes all distorted and they end up on bed. That's you picking execute. It's like, oh, I swear I picked heal, but oh no, I've got execute, my finger slipped.
Yeah, tech issues, it's fine. We just make do, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
At this point,
tech pause.
it's a 1,000 goal lead for this other Blacklist International, which is healthy, it's great. And of course, knowing this with the pick on Just Chi, if you're new, the Wild Rider, able to take turrets for free even with backdoor protection. So Blacklist is fulfilling that win condition that we're talking about, right? This early game, 7 minutes into the game, they've taken all the T1s across the board from Gigendra's map. And this is a start to a potential great end if Blacklist International can keep this up.
If they can keep the momentum up, then obviously it's really looking hard here for Gigendra to try and bring this one back, right? Like you said, obviously late game, you are looking more towards Gigendra in terms of their firepower, of their potential of damage output there as well. And currently, there's not been a single bloodshed in this game number 2. So that's already kind of showing here that either Gigendra's playing very coy here and playing very sort of like away from Blacklist out of these team fights, or it's just Blacklist are just waiting for that key moment. They want to make the kills count,
I think this is all making sure that they get the turrets first, right? Because the response from Gigendra, it's effort, but it has not netted any result. And Blacklist needs to keep this at this exact juncture, right? They don't have any answers on Gigendra. They can't force that push in the mid lane, right? And until you get that mid T1, there isn't much space for you to roam around the map because your T1s on the side lanes have been taken. If you take a bad team fight with no vision information from Blacklist International, you lose the fights.
I mean, looking here, 3 in the bush here, thinking that Senko's just going to poke his head out and be the only one. I don't think Blacklist's going to take that bait right now. Looking to kind of clean out the minions under the T1 here, but it's going to be easily done by Gigendra to neutralize any of those minions crashing through, but just using that to base check and see if Soule is in that brush, and he was correct to do so, right? Like, he was waiting in the wings, waiting to get the shut down here, but it looks like it's going to be the Tyrant going up the side of Gigendra this time around, so sharing that one, but the takedown of the Soule is going to be the first blue going onto the gorge here for the side of Blacklist International. So now their macro plays, the macro Maestro is off of the gorge for 20 seconds. Is this where we start to see Blacklist formulate around these sidelines, get those T2, potentially T1 into the mid lane?
Yeah, the time they're buying, look, both sides now Gigendra have to choose. What do you choose? Regardless of what you choose, there will be damage done structurally, or at least pressure across the map. And Blacklist, they're not going to be coming here without any other rewards as well. The Azure Golem now going into the hands of Chaz, while Just Chi gets a couple of licks in on that T1 in the mid. Not the biggest amount of damage, but this is, as you know, CDK, Shimmer, a glow of hope for the side of Blacklist to be able to break a T3 before that 15-minute mark for Gigendra.
Things are starting to look a bit shaky here for Gigendra, right? Obviously, we were talking about the gold lead moments ago, only being about 1k. We're now looking at a 3k difference here just from that first blood, just from the takedown of the T2 down to the bot side of the map as well. And now we are getting into uncharted territories here for Gigendra. They need to soar high. The El Manok need to come back.
They need to, but it's not going to be easy at all, right? The saving grace is that Senko is on the Celestial, the Nua, right? So she does have quite a bit of wave clear damage, especially if it's just one singular wave. But then this puts a lot of pressure on the rest of your side lanes, right? Gigendra needed an answer. They don't really have the best wave clear in terms of Zan, the single target burst damage. And 10-minute mark, Blacklist already has prior positioning of this 10-minute Tyrant. I don't think they get any access.
No, Looking for a bit of access here. Obviously, Keggie's just trying to kind of like force out into that brush there, but it's going to ultimately go over to the side of Blacklist International Tyrant. The Shadow Tyrant that is Soleil finds himself a little bit close for call, but is able to dash over the wall thanks to the Mighty Conqueror's kit. But obviously, attention needs to be paid into these side lanes here before anything can be done for Kagendra.
Well, this 1v1, Soleil does not have his ultimate, Champion does not have it as well. Right now, Blacklist, if they shut this attack down, it's pretty much over.
Oh, there it is, a knockup on Sazan. He had no way of escaping. Obviously, even the Vastus had been taken up at the gorge already. Beija, maybe the next one. And locking in place is going to be Lou into the Moonscape Mirage. Blacklist are finally opening up the base of Kagendra here with 3 men down. Senko and Saleh have to formulate some kind of great defense.
It's the Chano buff at this point, right? Chano Squad International, they're helping. And T3s are on the menu here for the side of Blacklist.
There it is. There's a T3 being taken down. Like you were saying earlier, kid, that's exactly what Blacklist needed to do just prior, after, well, post 10-minute mark right now is definitely where they need to get this monopoly into the enemy base here. Champion One just able to easily take these trades and these blows from Soleil when he's 2 levels ahead.
Yep, this is the ideal situation for Blacklist, right? T3 on the top, pre-15 minutes, that's the first kind of condition you want to fulfill. But the second part is that they have cleared that mid lane all the way to the T3 on the side of Kagendra, which means Kagendra don't really have too much space around the gorge. This is a very dark map for them. And when you don't have information, the jump burst potential for Blacklist, they're going to destroy you.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is they've got no intel, they've got no control of the top side of the map as well, right? So that means a Blacklist just have ease of access to not only the Shadow Overlord, but also whenever the Crimson Golden gets on here as well. Like, it's going to be so easy for them just to kind of go in, take whatever they want with no repercussions.
Yeah, Lu unable to find any value here because Face is still too far behind. He's level 13. Joshi already hitting max level 15 here. And with the gold lead they have, it's about, what, 6,000 gold ahead? No, 8,000. That's crazy.
8,000, yeah. Yeah, you're taking 2K away from them. What, are you some kind of taxman? Are you the British taxman by any chance? Give me back my 2K gold lead here, thank you very much. But we do see the advance into the T3s, into the bot side of the map. We always knew it's those glasses. And there it is, the T3 takedown.
Yeah, it's not the end though. The Shadow Overlord is flying down. And if Kagendra make one mistake, this could cost them the game here.
Exactly. I don't think one mistake from Blacklist is going to be kind of like detrimental here, considering that Kagendra have no minions coming out of their base just yet, and then we have the Vanguards already just slowly but surely sieging the base. Beija onto the back line here, trying to go for a bit of a Hail Mary play to get a takedown, but it's Zan that gets taken down at the bot side here as well. The knock-up onto Senko stops him getting into there. It's just going to be the Crystal going down in game number 2. Blacklist slowly but surely with a slow siege. They want the takedown onto Soleil as well as Lou, but he gets back into safety. Just attack the Crystal, boys. The game is here in your favor. Chaz knows the deal. He's going for it. The Vanguards take Crystal in game number 2.
You cannot team fight the #1 team fight region, PKL. Blacklist does it again. And this time, this is a much stronger version of Blacklist International, right? First part of the game, very good map control, making sure they take all the resources of the gorge into their favor. And when the fight is ready to be taken, that is when Blacklist International strikes. And once again, they have broken the code.
They've broken the code and broken the fans at the venue. They're doing all kinds of things for the side of PKL. But